Hey everybody, today we're going to show you how to complete the Horse Guai Quest here in Black Myth Wukong, so let's jump into it. So this quest is going to start off in Chapter 1. You're going to want to make your way over to the Back Hill Shrine that's located in the Bamboo Grove. And just to the left of the shrine, you're going to want to go down the path that leads down this hill. And right at the bottom, you want to take a left and go up this little hidden path into this cave. Now the cave is really small. There's going to be a giant horse that's sitting right over here on the right on top of this rock that you want to interact with. He's not here for me because he's already moved on to Chapter 2, but you want to speak with him and completely exhaust his dialogue. And once you get all of his dialogue out, he will then move into Chapter 2. Now, once you've made it to Chapter 2, you want to head over to the village entrance shrine that's found in the Sandgate village. This is very early on in the chapter. We're going to turn around and go through this doorway that's right in front of us. However, if you're early in the chapter and you don't have it open, we're going to show you how to get back there. So you're just going to come over here to the right side and jump off this ledge. And we're going to follow this pathway around the outside of the wall to this little area. So if you go around the perimeter here and then go right over here in the back, you'll actually be able to sneak through. You can break a little wooden fence and you'll be able to get inside. Now, once you're inside, you're going to come over here to this little gazebo thing, and this is where you're going to find the horse again. He's going to be right here in the corner tied up. We're just going to speak with him. If he's not here, just go back to Chapter 1 in the first location and make sure you get through all of the dialogue. And once you do, you should be able to find him right here in Chapter 2. Again, make sure you exhaust all of his dialogue so he moves on to Chapter 3. Once you make it to Chapter 3, you want to make your way over to the temple entrance shrine at the new Thunderclap Temple. This one's pretty deep into the level, so you'll have to play a lot of Chapter 3 to make it this far. But once you're at this shrine, we're going to work towards this building right here in the back. Along this route, you're going to encounter a lot of enemies, so just be very careful. I've taken some of them out, so it's a little easier to follow where we're going. But we're going to come out into this courtyard where there's two staircases. We're going to take the one that leads to the left side. And then when we make it to the top, we're going to take a right. And we're going to go all the way down here and then take a left at this staircase. We'll take a left right here, and we're going to work our way into this building in front of us. And we want to make it up to the second floor. So to do that, we'll go inside, and to the right, you're going to see a staircase over here in the back corner. We're going to follow that all the way to the top, and then we're going to take a left to go outside. And then we're going to take another left and go to the end of this bridge. And you're going to find the horse guy hiding behind this column right over here. So you can go ahead and speak with him several times. And again, make sure to exhaust all of his dialogue. The next location is going to be found in Chapter 4 at the Middle Hollow Shrine that's located in the Webbed Hollow. And once you make your way to this shrine, we're going to go to the right and drop down right here where you can see all these eggs. We're just going to follow the path past those and drop down into an arena. Now right here, if this is your first time here in the chapter, you're going to have a boss fight that takes place in here. But once you're finished with this boss fight, you can exit out the back. And all you're going to do is follow this path. You're not going to encounter many enemies on this path, so you don't really have anything to worry about. But you're just going to follow this to the back until you see a giant cocoon. And that is where our horse guy is going to be found. So you'll see the giant cocoon is going to be right here in front of us. All you need to do is walk up to this thing and start hitting it. And what that's going to do is cue a cutscene. So just hit it a few times. The horse will burst out of it, cue a cutscene. And then once the cutscene is over, you'll have the ability to talk with him. And then once again, we're just going to exhaust his dialogue so that he moves on to Chapter 5. Now, once you make it to Chapter 5, the next thing you need to do is a boss fight that's going to take place at the Emerald Hall Shrine at the Furnace Valley. Now, you can see from the shrine, we're just going to take a left and you're going to go up the stairs. And once you make your way up the stairs, it's going to automatically cue a cutscene that's going to lead you into a boss fight. Now, it's very important that you guys know that once you do this boss fight, you can no longer go back to previous chapters and speak with him. So if you haven't spoken with him through the first 4 chapters, you have to do it before this boss fight in Chapter 5, or you're kind of out of luck with the quest. So just make sure that you do that before you start this boss fight. But once this ends and you do the boss fight, you'll be able to move on to the next step, which is to go and find him for the 5th and final time. And our 5th and final location is going to be found over by the Valley Entrance Shrine in the Furnace Valley, also here in Chapter 5. And from this shrine, we're just going to take a left and we're going to follow this pathway all the way down to where the lava is. Now, you'll pass a couple enemies along the way. You don't need to stop and fight them unless you want to. However, do be careful because these guys do attack you pretty quickly, so definitely dodge when they get up and come after you so that you don't get hit. But once you make your way down here, we're going to stay to the right, work our way down the hill. You can kind of follow these little lamp posts that will guide you on how to get to the bottom. And once you're on the bottom, we're going to take a right and go into this cave. Now, there's going to be a giant cart in the back of this cave, and there's going to be several enemies that are guarding it or standing around it. Defeat all the enemies that are in here to make it easier for you. And once you do, walk up to the cart and interact with it. And you're going to pull this fire whip out. Now, if you haven't done this quest, you're going to pull on it and it's not going to come out. So if you've spoken with him and you've beat the boss fight, you'll be able to pull it out and you'll be rewarded with Dark Thunder, as you guys can see here. You'll get a little bit of dialogue that'll kind of give you more lore to the story for the quest. But now you will be done, and that's going to be how to complete it. But this is how to complete the Horse Guai Quest here in Black Myth Wukong. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.